Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to Learn to Read Quran. So last time in our previous lesson we spoke about the final of all of the vowels, the Dhamma, which was an oo noise. So today we're going to get a little bit of practice in with some real Quranic words. Now because now we know all three of the vowels, we're going to look at words that could possibly have a combination of any of those vowels. So yes, I hope you've had a good breakfast and you feel that you've got lots of energy because you need to concentrate on this one. I won't go too fast so that you can follow along, but obviously the video is there here now for you and you can repeat and practice with it. So here we go. We are looking at the exercise Dhamma, and if you've got the booklet, and I hope you have, it's page 18 of your booklet. So let's start. Qu, ti, la. Now that's because the first letter here is a qaf and it has a dhamma. So that means the qaf with a dhamma is qu. The next letter here is a ta with a kasra underneath it, an e noise, so it becomes ti. Then the last letter is a lam with an a noise on top, so it's la. So the whole of it becomes qu, ti, la. So remember, I've said this before, you must identify what the letter is, then see what sound of vowel you've got, whether it's a, e, or u. Put the two together, and then you can read the letter with its vowel. So I'm going to go through this page slowly now, and hopefully, inshallah, you can follow along. You've got ju, I, la, ta, zi, ru, wu, I, da. So hopefully you were able to follow along with that first line. Let's move to line number 2. Ya, ri, thu. So this was the 2 dot ya at the beginning with an a noise. So I got ya. Then I had the letter ra here, but it had a kasra, so it's light. So it becomes ri. And then the tha, the 3 dot tha at the end there with the u noise above it is thu. So ya, ri, thu. Let's move on. We've got nu, ri, ya. Now sometimes I know people get confused between this noon and a zal. So imagine this was joined up properly into its word, and that would be joined there. You can see that this is a noon joined to a ra. Zal would not join up to the letter after it. I'll carry on. Ru, su, lu. Now with the scene here in the middle, just something to point out, if you don't make sure that your tongue at the back of your mouth is nice and flat down in your mouth on the scene, if that tongue starts to rise up, then you'll end up with a su, which will become a sad, and you'll have completely changed the letter. So for a scene, you must keep your tongue flat at the back. Ru, su, lu. Okay, I'll move on to the last word here on this line. Lu, I, na. And again, don't get confused between a lam and an elif. If it was joined up into the word, the lam would have joined up onto the ayn. Elif wouldn't. And also the elif wouldn't have carried a vowel without having a hamza sat on top of it. Here the lam has the dhamma. So all these things to watch out for so you can make the distinction between letters that sometimes get confused with each other. Let's move on to line 3. Hu, bu, ki. Hu, she, ra. ku, ti, ba, vu, li, ma. We're doing well, aren't we? So we're on line 4. Du, ri, ba, ru, bu, u. That word had all dhammas in it. Sometimes you feel like your mouth gets stuck if you have too many dhammas in a row. Almost it gets stuck into that dhamma position. Dhu, bi, ha. So look at this dhal. See, it didn't join up to the ba next to it. Unlike the noon here in this word, it would have happily joined up. And actually you can see quite a difference in shape between the noon here and the dhal here. So let's carry on. I'll repeat that word. Dhu, bi, ha. Nu, qi, ra. So that was the noon again. You see how it's very different in size and shape from the dhal here. Oh, too many scribblings all over the place. Let's take some of these off. Okay, line 5. This is where I've actually, from now onwards, we've joined up the letters. So sometimes it's easier for people when the letters are actually joined up than when I've kept them separate, and sometimes it's harder. So it swings and roundabouts. Let's try the first word on line 5. Khu, li, aw, su, qi, ba, u, fi, ya, qu, di, ra. Line 6. U. Hear the sharpness of the letter Hamza. This letter Hamza is quite a sharp sound. U, fi, ka, lu, i, na, su, hu, fi. So just let's pause here. Let's look at this sad and this seen here. Both of them have got a dhamma. Both of them, if you were going to write them in English, you'd put the letter S, but they sound very, very different in Arabic. So let's start with the seen here first with the dhamma, su. Sad with the dhamma, su. So you can hear the thickness and the heaviness on the sad, and that's because the back of the tongue gets thick and bunched up like a muscle. Tongue is a muscle. You can bunch it up at the back. Su, hu, fi. Take off my scribblings again. And let's carry on. We've got u, dhu, ni. Line 7 here. U, ri, ba. Then I've got ju, mi, a. Hopefully you were able to recognize all those 3 letters. We had the jim first. Then this thing in the middle here was the meme. Then we had the ayn. Wu, ji, da, a, I, vu. And then finally here on line 8, su, i, la, hu, di, ya, nu, fi, ha, u, di, ya. So here we had the qaf with the dhamma, qu, dad with the kasra, which is an e noise, di, and then ya with the fatha, which is an ah noise. So ya, qu, di, ya. So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully that was something that you found very easy. And if you didn't, don't worry, just go over and repeat it. Maybe repeat some of the previous lessons if you think, oh, I'm not so clear on the kasra, or I'm not so clear on the Dhamma, or whatever it is. These videos are there for you to repeat as often as you need to so that you can feel really confident when you're learning. And inshallah, I'll see you all again next time. Assalamu alaikum.